All right, family, welcome back to another edition of Naked News. We're going to get started today. Today is May 17th, 2017. All right, so let's go and get started. Look at start with the market futures. Look at across the board. Look at the S&P down, Nasdaq, Russell. They're all looking down as well. All right, switch over. All right, then you got the FTSE 100. They're running down. The Nikkei 225 is down as well. All right, let's take a look at some of the cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is down as well. Down as big, down from the high of 60 some thousand down to 44,000 some 44,000 and some change. You got CMC cryptos running down too as well. All right. Then take a look at that 10-year bond. 10-year bond is at 1.6530. That's the dead market as well. So pay attention there. Keep an eye on the 10-year bond. The VIX is down as well too. All right, getting to a little bit of currencies. The GBP to the US dollar is running down, and the US dollar to the Japanese yen is running a little bit down. All right, so that was from yahoofinance.com. All right, we'll switch over to kitco.com as well. All right, look at the world spot price for precious metals. Look at it now. Look at gold is up $10, silver is up 29 cents, platinum is up $4, palladium is up $13, and rhodium is at 27,600 an ounce. All right, but take a look at down here at the gold at the ratios per gold. Look at the silver. Look at the silver ratios. It's down to 66.86. All right, it went up a little bit over the weekend, but then it came down as well too. That is the amount of one silver to 1 ounce of gold. So that is continued coming down and down and down. All right, as well. All right. So with that being, let's go ahead and look at that was from yahoofinance.com. I'm sorry, that was from kitco.com. All right, take a look at that. Go ahead and look at the kitco.com. Look at click on the all metals quotes. Got the New York spot price, but we pay attention on this channel to what's going on in the rest of the world as well too. All right, there's markets around the world. All right. So let's get into some actual news here. All right. All right. What's going on with this right here? Sorry about that. All right, there we go. All right. All right, JPMorgan. All right, this is from the Business Insider, MSN.com. JPMorgan and Chase, Wells Fargo, and several other banks, they plan to offer credit cards to people with no credit scores. All right, they got a report coming out about that one. All right, so look at here. They're going to be giving out credit cards to people who don't even have credit scores. This will let you know they got a scheme going on. All right, to get more and more people in. All right, more and more people are waking up to, well, have awoken to the fact that this financial system is a total chaos, and the financial system in the U.S. is basically a crime scene that hasn't been investigated yet. All right, so they're trying to give anything for credit cards to people who don't even have credit scores yet, or any history of being able to service any type of debt that they have incurred. All right, so getting to a little bit, the Wall Street Journal report that banks will look at data from consumers and other accounts. All right, banks plan to take part in the scheme to help people with no credit scores get credit cards. All right, when back in the day you couldn't get a credit card, you had to establish some type of credit history. All right, the fact that you can actually open up an account and be able to pay for it and service the debt that comes with that account. All right. It says it's part of the government bank plan to help people access credit. All right. And at any time, what's their favorite saying? For those words, I'm here from the government, and I am here to help you. Yeah, okay. Believe in that if you want to, family. All right. Several banks, including JPMorgan, Chase, Wells Fargo, and they plan to join the scheme too to help people. And even even in this MSN.com website, they've been calling it a big scheme. All right, so pay attention to some of these words they put in these things. Even some of the mainstream media is starting to call this is a scheme to get more and more people into credit card debt and more debt that can get you in. All right, remember the idea is to get you into debt slavery. All right, so take a look at this article from MSN. Banks are trying to get people credit cards with no scores. All right, and switch over to realtor.com as well too. We've been following this story for a while, but this came out on May 5th. Federal judge overturns eviction ban. All right. Now, what happened with this story? Immediately after the ban kicked in, the federal judge overturned the eviction ban. Biden administration came in, and they've been appealing the decision ever since. All right. So what this judge was doing, basically overturn all the eviction moratoriums, and that was going to kick in a slew, and I mean a windfall of people getting served their eviction notices, and court filings that are about to happen. All right. And what happened was afterwards, like I said, a few hours later, the Biden administration kicked in and they appealed the decision. So we'll now be waiting for appeal for the last few weeks. All right. All right. And they go down here. It says, if you kick it in, then the extended by by President Joe Biden prevented people from being tossed out of their homes during the pandemic. The moratorium latest extension has been slated to expire at the end of June. So they've been given this happened about around May, when the early part of May 5th, when the judge lifted the moratorium eviction, but the Biden administration extended it. They appealed the decision and went ahead and extended the eviction moratorium to the end of June. All right, this means that this will come up for review again in the end of June, and looks like this is coming to a head. This is ain't just been coming to a head. This is actually coming to a head, to where you got the current administration and politicians looking to extend the eviction moratoriums. All right, so and keep people in their house, keep people in their homes and their rental apartments, their rental agreements, so they can actually stay, have a roof over their head. All right. All right, that was from Kiko.com. And sorry about that. Look at some of the Realtor.com. All right, homeowners are facing biggest property tax hikes in 4 years. All right, and a bunch of other articles. So this is where I got the first story from, Realtor.com. Look at it. Let's go ahead and get it in with that one. All right, and we see mortgage prices have skyrocketed in recent months, adding 33,000 on average. Get that one in. All right. And as you see here, 15 mortgage loans and the 5-year Treasury extended hybrid adjusted mortgage rate both remained unchanged over the past few weeks. All right, we're looking at this one article right here. Do you see that? Adding 33,000 on the average loan, 30 years to loan. All right, people are paying well over the price for actual home price. All right, they got reports of home prices actually selling over $200,000 over the asking price. Bidding wars have started over homes. We're getting reports that even in California, you got people that are paying, they're getting cash offers, outbidding some of the people who came in at first. All right. So you even got for the article, first time home buyers find it possible to compete. These are folks who are getting into the housing market for the first time, and they're being outbid, sometimes with even cash offers of even $50,000 to $200,000 over the asking price. All right, and these are a lot of times are cash officers. You have one reports of a house that was actually slated at about 200 some $1,000 was actually sold about over $400,000. Though, but the people who opened the bid, who put an opening price on it, were outbid by over 200 some $1,000. All right, people trying to flee out of the cities, and they're trying to get into more homes in more suburban and rural areas. All right. And so even in some of the cities, the housing market is going bad, getting bad. All right, realtors are reporting that even as soon as they put a house on the market or a rental property on the market, it is being actually gone. Even mobile homes are being taken off the market quickly. They're reporting somewhere either from a week to a house, or either up to 2 weeks, per 2 weeks for up to some homes. But they're after selling through multiple offers. All right. So get that article from Realtor.com as well. All right. So next story, we're switching over to Kiko. John Williams Shadowstats.com. All right. So we highlight this area right here. If you can read it, I'll click off of it. All right. April 21 producer prices exploded across the board with record levels of year-to-year inflation. All right, 6.17, and the total PPI FD final demand 10.7 in the PPI FD goods sector. All right. So basically, what this article here is saying, that producer prices have exploded all across the board. Now, if you look at the price of everything you get, from food to commodity products, stuff you price for your cars, all those prices have exploded across the board. Core apples, grapes, everything is going across the board. It's skyrocket. So get ready for that. They're trying to hide it by offering you less product within the some of the goods you're buying, and they're trying to hide the inflation there. But with the downfall of the U.S. dollar, and across the board, across the world, and the loss of the reserve's currency status, so get ready to pay triple and double the price for what you normally would buy. All right, with less product of that volume going in. All right. Not that article here, but we got a better one for you right here. Click off that. All right, here we go. All right, record inflation surge volumes as LBMA discredits itself. This is from zerohedge.com. All right, this is a good one here. All right, the LBMA got caught. They had to renounce what it claims is a data error. All right, it quickly said it had 106 silver bullion of 106 million ounces that were being held through roughly ETF's custodian bullion bank in London. All right. So what they got caught doing, they said they had 106 million ounces of silver. They said it on reported roughly 30-day angles, but they got caught doing it. They had to renounce that actual announcement and come up with the actual real numbers here. All right, this is from zerohedge.com. All right, today basically they broke it down to where they go in and say the London most bullion banks, especially the big boys, are getting caught falsifying numbers and data, and have to come out and just say we renounce that decision. We have renounced that decision, basically that we were not telling the truth about the amount of ounces that we carried. Okay, as well too. All right, but we'll skip down a little bit of the article right here. If you can see this one, where it says, meanwhile, the coming Basel III rule changes go into effect in the EU this summer and in the UK to start in the year 2022. Officially, UK broke away financial. The only tie they had with the EU was a financial tie, and they kind of broke away from it. All right, signifies that there will likely be a lot less unallocated gold shenanigans and unbacked derivatives leverage, helping retard this or slow the gold eventual revaluation much higher. All right, so the Basel III rules kick in when the EU nation members in this summer. London kicks UK kicks in 2022. All right, and expected for the US for a kick in here in the US sometime down the line, because they're going to try to blockade, slow it down, and just do whatever they can to delay the Basel III rules to keep the price of precious metals from just skyrocketing. All right. So, with that being said, we do want to thank you for joining us for another edition of Melanin Economic News. We want to be, always we say, become your own banker, become your own savings and loans, become your own credit union. You are your own best financier. Take care of each other. Remember, everything starts local. Get that barter started with your neighbors. Get your neighbors together. Get your community together. And start out with other communities. All right. Be safe and be sound. And with that being said, thank you once again for joining us for another edition of news, Melanin Economic News. Let's get it started.